Hello, my name is Stephen Worsbinsky, and this is my Week 6 Journal 3 Reflection blog for 604. This week we'll be talking about listening, or communication skills, excuse me. I've watched the YouTube video and kind of sat down and thought about it for a little bit. And I find that one of my strengths is assertiveness. I definitely can communicate what I want, what I need. People are able to understand it. So I think that one's good, or a strong area for me. Authenticity is also the same thing. I feel that that's a stronger area for me. When we look at open-mindedness, that's definitely an area that I need to focus on. I was listening to kind of the stuff that they were talking about in the video, and it seems like for me, I feel like I'm open-minded because I'm listening to what they're saying, when in fact, I'm not going to change my mind. It's what my mind is, that's just how it's going to be. I'm going to let you tell me what you want to do, or hear your opinions, your ideas. But 90% of the time, I'm not going to change my mind. And I think that's something where I need to work on. And, I think it ties into the clarity. If they're, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But with the open-mindedness, the more I think about it, or the more I put myself into their shoes, that's where I need to step back and say, hey, I need to look at it from their perspective and be more open-minded to actually just looking at it from their perspective. Whether I'm the administrator, they're a teacher, or I'm the teacher, they're the administrator, or the parent versus the teacher. We need to I need to just step back, say, okay, as a parent, how would I want this to go? And take the time to process that, because that will allow me to be more open-minded to what their needs are, or what their wants are with it. Openness, I'm very open. That was not an area with me. If something's bugging me, you're going to know about it. Clarity, I think that's something that I do need to also work on. Sometimes I'll try to convey messages, and the way I convey them, other people don't understand it. To me, it made 100% sense. Somebody else is looking at me like, hey, that made no sense, or slow down. I think something I need to do with the clarity is just slow down, really take my time with my communication, and when I'm speaking, make sure that it's well thought out and methodical, rather than just a scrambled mess in my head. So many times I'll get up to do a presentation or talk about something, and it was just something in my head, versus me taking the time to plan it out so that it's well organized and thought out. So when I'm speaking, the clarity's there. Everybody understands what I'm trying to convey to them. And then lastly, listening. Listening, I think, is like a 50-50 for me. I think that is something that I'm not necessarily weak at, but I'm also not great at it either. So I need to take the time to sit back and just truly listen to what the other person is saying. And especially, don't be so quick to come back with a question or a response. Listen to it fully, what they're saying. Let them finish what they're saying. Give myself some time to process it, and then communicate back to them effectively. So, out of the 6, like I said, I think assertiveness, authenticity, and openness, those ones I'm strong at or better at. But the ones I need to work on is open-mindedness, clarity, and then, like I said, 50-50 on the listening. And I think that just comes down to just taking time, and putting yourself in their shoes, and go from there. I appreciate your time. Thank you.